Hi and welcome back to the channel, and yeah, this is a record, another video in such a short time. Yeah, I just thought when I was making the previous video that I wanted to talk about AI, and I thought actually this would be a separate video altogether. So what are your thoughts on the use of AI? Here's mine. I think it's quite a good tool to have as an author as long as it's used ethically. And what are the ethical ways of using AI? What is not ethical is the story of a recent author who used AI to write the book for her or for them. That's the impression that we've been given, because the writing prompt itself was left in the book, and people commented it straight away. It's been made by AI and everything else. And I think the author has even admitted that she does use AI for that reason. I'm not going to throw any shade at that or that particular author, because at the end of the day, you do what you think is right for you at the time. Personally, I wouldn't use AI to write or generate the stories in that way, but I do use AI when it comes to my stories. How do I do that? Well, with Calling Tiger Media, if you go onto that channel, there will be a link in this video, probably at the end on the card. I've got so invested in a new series that I'm writing called Echoes of Betrayal that I need these episodes out on a quick turnaround without compromising quality. So what I do is I write the chapter, the episode, then I'll run it through AI to check it for spelling and grammar and general flow of the story. It will then give me a few suggestions on where the weaknesses are within the story for me to either consider or alter or ignore. You know, what does it know? It's a machine. But as someone who is dyslexic and the English language is complicated, now you might think to yourself, what are you talking about, Wayne? You speak English, you are English. Why is this such a big issue for you? Because of the way dyslexia works and the English language works, it's not compatible. It's just not compatible. I'm telling you. And I'll give you an example. If I wrote this sentence in the book, I hear the witch over there in the woods. Straight away, you've got half a dozen words there with different spellings and different meanings. Here, there, witch, woods, you know. And AI can look at that sentence and decipher exactly which versions of those words I mean to use to give it context and to give it structure and the correct meaning. Something that Spellchecker won't necessarily do, because Spellchecker will look at it and think, well, we spent here, right? And woods is right and the witch is right. But which is which, you know? So that's where AI is useful to me as an author. Also, with the videos that I create, and this might sound really bizarre coming from somebody who's making YouTube videos, I'm not confident with my narration of the stories. And it's also a time thing, because I could spend 2 or 3 hours writing a chapter. I mean, they're only about 500 words tops. They need to be 3 minutes or shorter, 3 minutes or less long. So you're only looking at about 500 words. But in order for me to get those 500 words written, edited, voiceover, then you can be looking at quite a time if I was to have a person involved at every single stage. So AI helps me with the grammar, the pacing, and the voiceover. So every story that you hear on Calling Tiger Media has been written by me. It's been edited in AI for flow and grammar and English, you know, get the correct which, for God's sake. So that's how I use AI. I would never use AI to write the complete story. I wouldn't say to ChatGPT, please write me a story about Prycon. Prycon is a space marine. He's up against the Artrons and they're fighting over something called the Star of Governance. I wouldn't do that. Not as a serious author. I have done it for fun, and those videos have kind of remained private because then they can be public, but they're just a bit of fun. I wouldn't do it for that. I would write the story about Prycon and the Artrons and the Star of Governance, and then I would ask the AI, what do you think? And then the AI will come back with, yes, this sounds great, or you haven't quite got enough character depth here. And then I can go back and figure it out on there and then chuck it through again. You know, so AI like that is just automating the editing process for me with a quick time around and then giving me the voiceover. My intention with Chronicles of Betrayal, once I've completed that story and it's been put on YouTube, will be to convert that into a book. So what I will do then is I'll collect all of the chapters that I've written, put them into one packaging, and then send them off to a human editor to look at, study, give me feedback, and make corrections accordingly. But for the sake of building up an audience and an interest in the books, which is the whole point of Echoes of Betrayal, is to generate the interest in the books and find the audience, I find it completely invaluable. I really do. But as I say, I would not use it to generate the stories. Everything that you read, everything that is in those stories is organically written by me. It's just been touched up and edited by AI and then AI voiceover. So that's where I think AI has a purpose and a reason to be used in publishing. As I say, not to create the story, but to help the author, help us generate the story. And I mean, let's face it, if it does the editing, you send it off to a human to edit, a professional editor, and they have less work to do, that's going to bring your bill down, isn't it? So that's my thoughts on AI and how I use AI in my story creation process. So tell me what you think, leave a comment in the box below, and I'll be interested to see what your thoughts are on AI. Are you absolutely dead set against it? And if you are, why? I understand it's, I mean, there's something else as well. If you used AI to do something 100% and not have any input on it, you can't copyright it. I don't think people realise that. So you could have a #1 best-selling book, 100% written by AI, 100% copyright free. Something else to consider. Because nobody owns the intellectual property, and I'm starting to ramble. Every time I want to wrap it up, I ramble on a bit. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Hope you've enjoyed this video and my insights into the use of AI, and I look forward to reading your comments in the box below. Please like, share and subscribe, and check out Cooling Tiger Media as well. Thank you.